Get ourselves straight into the match, though. Game 2 here, all smoked up. Everybody wandering out across the map. Malrine already tipping Insania. And then Insania tips Amar.
Yeah,
that seems unfair.
Good lucks in the chat.
I wonder if they've got some... yeah, exactly. What's the deal with this? How come Amar gets tipped? Malrine tips Insania. Amar gets the return fire.
I don't know. I guess Amar is a good guy to tip.
Just unleash
Try
the
to
beast.
provoke some action because you know it's coming. Later we're talking about the mantle drop, some old chat happening.
Boxy going deep. I'm trying to come in behind the rest of the Falcons.
Oh! Malrine is stuck.
What?
He used Swashbuckle. They wanted to figure out if someone planted the observer board on the high ground, but it's slightly down to the south, so they're not going to find it. It's going to be pretty expensive. This is 150 mana. Some mana region's going to kick in, but yeah, at least 100 mana going to be missing from Malrine.
Well, at least he doesn't die for it. Nobody there to pick it up. And Boxy's still going to come here and try to grab the bounty rune. 3 going the way of the Falcons, though. And Skitter fighting back into the Spirit Break. It takes a couple of hits there. Bash level 1. Already paying off decently for Boxy. He's going to get chased out, but he knows there's no stuns, so he could quite easily TP if he wanted to. And in fact, he doesn't. He just wants to wander around and track back on them. So Spirit Breaker, Enigma. I saw this previously with Enigma Bounty Hunter. A couple of early levels here of diving and aggressive play. Definitely capabilities for Team Liquid in the first 3 or 4 minutes. And then Spirit Breaker can just be like, I'm leaving lane. I'm going ganking mid. Saberlight can be left alone for the most part. Eidolon's already dead. Disappear. Skitter and Snaking just going to try and hold this wave right in front of their tower.
Snaking keeping a point, just in case he needs to use Nature's Attendance. Want to see whether there's going to be an opportunity. Takes over one of the Eidolons.
Takes quite a bit of damage for it, though. Eidolon does split for himself. Alright, his courier dead. That observer ward already paying off Boxy. Another courier's coming, but I think that's being microed. Keep it safe for now. We can take a peek into some of these other lanes. A lot of funny stuff happening down in the bottom. But up top, Mickey. He's looking decent up here. A couple of last hits to his name. But things do get scary when this wave pushes out, right?
If they get level 2, it's going to be go time. Look at Insania already there. Rocket Barrage, but the small camp is open, and Insania managed to get the pull off.
That's pretty nice, yeah, crit.
Get denied.
Close to death. Fairy Fire popped. Gets back towards Amar. He survived. It's close.
Amar almost killed him there. A little bit of a body block.
Nearly, hey? Well, yeah, you're right. Good little small pull from Insania. Drag that wave back. Because things can be a bit scary for Mickey. If you push too forward on that longer lane, you get caught by disruption to stomp, the Luna could die, like you've been saying. Gotta make sure that you're close to your tower here against this Falcons off lane. And what about mid? Pango versus Void Spirit, melee versus melee. That's a boring matchup, right?
Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna die here until level 6 rotations. I'd like to make a big mistake to die in this one. Charge. Onto Snaking, gets Nature Attendance, and he's fine. A lot of Eidolons already. Snaking. Blood Grenade is available, but only 1 point in Shikuchi. Gotta be careful. That's 15-second cooldown ability.
Yeah, super long cooldown. Gotta keep tabs on that. I'm just sniping Eidolon just before they expire. And immediately, back up again from Saberlight. And Snaking. Having some difficulties figuring out where he needs to be in this lane. He's just a meat shield for the most part. Not the most entertaining thing for a position 5 to be doing, but sometimes, yeah, your job it's your job. You gotta do what you gotta do. Stand in front of your Weaver and try and soak up as much of that damage as you can. Malrine.
Pulling him away. There is bounty rune available on both sides if they want to refill their bottles. Amar opting to go for 1 point and retaliate in this top lane to stop like the right clicks coming from Insania. Blood grenade.
Oh, it does land it. Mickey very low. These illusions doing quite a bit of damage. Insania puts himself in harm's way there to try and save the Luna. 3 stacks of poison on her. Insania dodging that additional shadow poison, so gets himself to safety. And Liquid, I mean, they come out of this alive, but they are very much scathed, hurt and burnt by all this damage that Falcons are bringing.
If that's 2 point in double edge, I think both of the heroes die. Also, Insania, his starting build was Fluffy Hat, 2 branches, and some regen. So Fluffy Hat during this cold winter time, keeping him alive.
And I guess the center also thinking about kind of scaling and farming as well. I remember we interviewed him during a tournament. Yeah, why did you pick Centaur? Why did you go Blade Mail first item? He's like, I can farm really quickly with this. Go stack some camps, build them up, and there we go. First blood on Insania.
They're not done.
No, onto the Luna now. Mickey. He's been bubbled up and poisoned down. A little bit more damage from Crit. Yeah, one more Shadow Poison. He's done for. Absolutely. 2-0. Crit and Amar getting the job done in that top lane.
We said that this lane's going to be really difficult for Team Liquid to play. And it's already showing. Centaur 24 and 9, Luna sitting at only 13 CS. If he comes back one more time to a lane, one more disruption, Crit does have some extra regen coming onto the courier, 1 clarity. They could go. Snaking also going through the gates. They're going to kill one more courier. That's also Alpha Wolf, so some extra damage, some extra right clicks.
Mickey, he's coming here thinking, yeah, free damage on Crit. Let's go for this. TP. Also arriving, Liquid trying to bring a bit of defense to this top lane. Boxy, he goes with the bash and the hits onto Snaking. Blood grenade towards Crit as well, but the turnaround play, Amar and Snaking get the trade out, 1 for 1. Decent still from Liquid, as long as they don't lose anyone else. They've protected Mickey.
Body blocks, let's see.
The Wolf.
Wolf.
Doesn't quite get in front of him.
Body block him. At least Liquid is getting something from this, but such an aggressive play from Amar. Spirit Breaker. I guess he was charging, but realized that he cannot get there in time. So had to cancel his charge, TP, charge and cooldown for 13 seconds.
Right.
And, yeah, then afterwards, he just died. Now, charging the bottom lane. Skeeter. Uh-oh. No Shikuchi. He's dead.
Oh, he is, yeah. Saberlight sets that one up nicely. And in the mid lane, Marine going to roll around. Illusion Rune was already picked up by Nisha. He pops it himself. 33-9, 32-4. So yeah, pretty close in that mid lane between the two of them. Wondering what all the noise is in these side lanes. They've got all kinds of clashing and bashing going on, top and bottom. Falcon's going to stick around with Snaking top, it looks like. Keeping 3 heroes here, all around Amar, really pressuring Mickey and forcing Luna back to jungle, in fact. But a sneaky move. There, the Spirit Breaker, going for Wisdom Rune. Doesn't look like...
No, they're not going to be there in time. Insania's going to make sure to pick up his own XP rune. That's pretty big.
Yeah, super
Shadow
important.
Demon is level 4, so is Enchantress. While Spirit Breaker, level 5. I mean, Boxy wasn't able to achieve much in this bottom lane, except for that 1 charge on Skeeter. And he's going in again. Saberlight, Black Hole available.
Level 5 Weaver. Charged and bashed. Homing missiles coming. Saberlight, Malefice, the stuns, and... Oh, Boxy, he's on the run. Spirit Breaker getting turned on here as the Falcons, they bring the defense to the bottom lane. A swarm on Boxy, still keeping tabs on him, allowing Skitter to Shikuchi forward and get the finishing touches. But look at who's arrived now. Nisha doesn't quite get the remnant to land properly, but still sniping out Snaking's life. 1 for 1 in the end. Falcons this time, the ones kind of on the back foot defending their safe laner.
Let's see if they can find something. Malrine has been pretty static in this mid lane. Remnant. It's bottom. Invis. Gyrocopter gonna secure the rune. Pop that homing missile. Make sure Nisha gets there in time.
Does Saberlight... Does he try this? Does he black hole it? He's down to half HP. Skitter's pretty low. Oh, he's caught him inside, but he's gonna die. The disruption's there as well. A good attempt from both teams, honestly, to like get in behind, look for that kill, try and turn around. Because they've got Boxing and Insania arriving now. Charge on the Snaking. Blood grenade was thrown at crit, but a Stampede's going to give the space the Falcons
Nisha's
need.
bottom again.
He is jumping onto Snake King, so looking to snipe out the Enchantress. Not worth it though. Ench for Enigma and the Black Hole cooldown.
And the tower, so some really crisp moves from Liquid. Also relieving the pressure of Mickey, who's straight up jungling, trying to get his farm. Power treads available, going into Mask of Madness.
I guess a bit of free time mid.
You mentioned it, Blade Mail Centaur. Why do you buy it? To get some extra farm, putting 3 points in Retaliate. So seems like Amar wants to play slightly longer game. On top of the network, look at the difference. Second most farm hero is Nisha, who's almost 1,000 gold behind him.
Now look at Mickey. He's just straight up dying. Malrine and Crit. I don't know where Crit came from, but he was suddenly in this top jungle behind the Luna, setting up for this Pango. Clear up the kill. Really nice snipe. And now the jump from Nisha. Boxy's nearby. They know Malrine's very low on mana, so with a homing missile and a gyro rotation, Malrine gonna get taken out. Nice juicy kill there for Insania. Feels bad they lost the Luna, but at least it's a bit of back and forth.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Still, gold increasing in Falcons' favor. Gyro's level 6, has no mana whatsoever. They're really low on mana, all of them.
Yeah, I mean,
Here comes Mickey.
Walked into the meat grinder, but there's Amar with a blink jump. Stomp, sorry. Catching out Nisha, but not enough damage to finish him off. Still trying to go with these double-edge hits onto Mickey. A Stampede forward, maybe another stomp and double-edge, but he's been caught out in this Remnant. Trying to dish damage back, and Malrine's joining in to take him down. Blade Mail into that rocket barrage, dishing it back onto this gyro. The finishing blow. Amar gets the takedown before dying himself.
They wanted to get something done. Also playing with the catapult wave. They want to secure this mid-tier 1 tower. And interesting build on Malrine. I've seen this before when Pango players want to get to that Diffusal Blade as fast as possible, skipping mana boots. I mean, mana boots can be a good way of amplifying your own farm. You can still go back to it after picking up Diffusal Blade. Because Pango does, like, if he's off to a good start, then you consume so much mana. Like, you constantly spam your 2 spells, which does give you farm. And Enigma. Saberlight denying that tower, securing some of the gold for his own team.
And a quick D-ward from Insania. Very focused on the mid lane, though. 4 heroes there. And like you said, like 5 minutes ago, it's space creation, right? Mickey can actually breathe some fresh, clean air up here without the stench of a centaur nearby. Get some creep kills at long last. And Amar able to shove it out as a Rolling Thunder. Defensively from Malrine to get away from Nisha and Insania.
Not an easy kill to get, even if he like connects with 2-3 rolls. I think Void Spirit is just too tanky. Has a Cold Bracelet, has Raindrop, 2 Astral Sleep charges, so almost impossible to kill with just 2 heroes.
Radiant are scanning.
It feels like the next move from Falcons is just a swing top. Like triple observer wards here, they've got tons of vision. Trying to keep tabs on this Luna. Just need a couple of heroes up here to get the kill, but they're being run at. Liquid are causing this havoc and chaos elsewhere on the map to make sure Luna has the freedom. Crit getting caught out. Cooldown landing on the Snake King's head. Nisha with these 2 supports just bullying back onto the Falcons, forcing Malrine to try and fight back. Good damage there on the gyro with a Stampede, but that's just defensive to slip away. Gets the kill on Insania though in the meantime. They've lost Mickey. Did Amar solo kill him?
He did, yeah. He just ran him down, 400 gold for him. And this is without the killer build. We're talking about, he had 1 point in Hoof Stomp, 2 points in Double Edge, and still managed to get the kill. I guess Mickey tried to square up against him, try to hit him against Blade Mail and Max Retaliate.
He's getting stepped on by a centaur.
Also, this was the fight where Malrine did not have his Diffusal Blade. His courier was dead for a minute and a half. So, could make a difference. Maybe 1 extra kill coming out from it.
Oh, 100 gold. Easy money. Helm of the Dominator creep dead. I'm just going to grab another one. It looks like the Enigma are not going to go for the big helm this time. Opting for the Blink Dagger next. Oh, a good stomp from that Centaur. Another stomp for another Centaur. Oh, the mana burn. Nearly enough to take Nisha out of the fight completely. Does get the Astral Step back thanks to the help of Insania. Oh, shield popped on him as well. But now Mickey! Oh, Mickey! They didn't expect him to just get jumped on and rolled upon. The charge comes across. Mid-air pulls down. Malrine dropping low. They look at the Pango. The stomp, though. The Centaur buys a bit of time.
No way!
But the final hit! They get the kill, but they're going to lose a lot for it. Buyback out of the Spirit Breakers. They drag back ATF. Good step forward. Nisha. Some serious damage on the engine. The Centaur now, but he's going to get caught out potentially by the Centaur. No, he's not. He's got a double kill.
Another strike. This was buyback from Boxy, making sure that they are getting the most out of it. And Skitter is not in that fight. Does have TP available, but they don't have a tier 1 tower. So maybe with him joining that fight could have been different. Usually Weaver, hero that tends to join earlier fights, but not when you play against Spirit Breaker. And you can already see that Skitter's going for a completely different item build. No like Dragonlance, no Deso. Just wants to protect himself. Picking up the Lincoln Sphere immediately.
Straight up into the defensive item. I mean, that looks so good for the Falcons. Straight on the Luna. Contesting these Ancients as the first target's the Void Spirit. He escapes and Mickey's still there trying to farm. But in the end, lose the Luna, buy back Spirit Breaker, still turn around and get some decent kills here, guarding your triangle.
Oh, some big kills. Nisha, 5-0 and 4 in this game. We did mention the item build that he should go for in this game. Echo Saber for some extra damage, mana regen, and then straight into Aghanim Scepter to be able to... He's already has like 55-60% of it. Disassemble Echo, and then he can jump, silence the Weavers, silence Shadow Demon in the back lines, get those kills.
Yeah, make things much easier for the Luna and the Enigma to kind of find entry points as well. You've got this Void Spirit and Spirit Breaker causing chaos. Make things a little noisier in the team fight, so the Falcons' focus is broken. And Sanya going to get dived upon here. Skitter joining in, but there's Nisha attempting to
black
capture
hole.
them. And Saberlight unable to connect on anything whatsoever. Now you've got Malrine rolling in. Charge will bonk him back. Swashbuckle there towards Boxy. He's stuck up on the high ground here. Skitter from the low ground, just sending forward Geminate attacks. Liquid on the back foot, but they've got a homing missile and a dust. Skitter got to be careful now. Some chain disables.
Available, so he's good to go. Lincoln's as well. Let's see if they want to dive. That black hole attempt was good, but again, not on point. Like needed 0.12 seconds.
This is such a close game. Like the 12-12, no net worth difference. And the fights, it feels like whoever jumps first kind of feels bad about it because they go in, they dogpile, and they get turned around on. Whether it's the Pango and a Centaur having that second form of initiation, or it's the Void Spirit and Enigma coming in for round 2.
Yeah.
With a 0.1 second black hole.
Raph looking pretty wild.
It's all over the place. Smoke up from the Falcons. Who are they going to find?
Radiant are scanning.
Well, scan doesn't connect on anybody. Saberlight sitting pretty, tucked in mid. Right behind his tier 2 tower. And Boxy's going to press forward as well, looking at that creep wave. And they're not falling for it. They feel something's coming. I see the swashbuckle, they see the Ench. And they'll also see them moving up top of that Centaur. Well, he's still smoked, actually. Our Observer Ward should be able to see the Enchantress coming now. And a wraparound through the Twin Gate from the Weaver. Well, Skidder making a meal out of this, trying to get involved. Needs his team to come in here. Already lost half his HP.
Crit and Malrine are far away from that fight.
Oh, the Twin
Barely
Gate
escapes it.
See ya. I'd really on a knife's edge though. Like one slip. Really could crack this game wide open. Maybe the mildest of net worth leads for the Falcons. Blink Dagger for crit, that's pretty big. And Roshan attempt now for the Falcons as they pop into the pit. They've got a good Observer Ward to the east, so they can see Liquid coming potentially. And they also have that Obs Ward still in the dire triangle, so they see a couple of heroes quite far away from Roche.
I don't think Team Liquid is going to contest this. There is no black hole for good 30 seconds. They don't seem fight ready. Like Luna, Mickey shows up in a fight, most likely he's going to die, so they need to let it go.
Having mean, when is this Luna ready? Is it Manta BKB Lincolns and then feel good?
Oh, it's gonna take a while. You are playing against Shadow Demons, so let's see. Also, once you pick up that Manta style, Crit is gonna start to get some extra farm. See if you can find good disruption. Rocket, and he's dead here.
Yeah, absolutely is.
And knows immediately. Pings out enemy observer ward. They're gonna smoke right on top of it. Roshan down to 25%, 20% HP. They're not gonna be there in time.
Not in time for the Aegis drop for sure. They might be able to find some exit kills on the way through here though. Liquid still angling for this fight. Shadow Demon dead for another 10 seconds, so they move in onto Snaking, look for the quick snipe on the Enchantress. And that'll be it for now. Amar, I'm gonna sit and farm some creeps right next to like 5 enemy heroes.
Me Centaur, me don't care. I just loved the way he like he's just building everything up for farm. Getting Vampire Fang, so has that spell lifesteal. Then you also have level 10 HP region, maxed out Retaliate, both Blade Mail before Boots of Speed.
Oh, Boxy.
No mana on him.
Yeah, no mana to escape. I was going to say go back to the Centaur versus Centaur battle, but yeah, kill on the Spirit Breaker more important for sure. Saberlight with his Helm Centaur, Snaking with his little enchanted one, having a little bit of a scrap up top. Oh, Liquid gonna pivot off of this. Bit of pressure onto tier 1 top lane. And this was Falcons with the Roche take, with the Aegis grab. Still feels like Liquid are the ones making that first step. And they do have Black Hole ready now. Not gonna need it for an Enchantress kill. A lowly position 5 should get taken down with ease.
And speaking of these, Pavi's picked up on Gyrocopter. This, like we talked about the item, like it's still super expensive. You do have like this 300 physical damage barrier. Got buffed extra like 2 less seconds, which is okay. I just think like the build-up is not ideal. There are better items. If you talk about like Solar Crest, the value that you get from it, most of the time Solar Crest is just straight up better.
I mean, oh, hang on. Saberlight hiding in the fog. Down at this bottom Tormentor. Saberlight is jumping forward. Is he going to get it?
What a charge.
Marine, the black hole from Saberlight. 3 inside. He's got the catch and they're all dead. Oh, it's gorgeous from them. Give him the tips. Liquid now surrounding their man. Marine in trouble. Tries to take the Enigma down. Gets the high ground. He's safe and sound. Boxy is literally on his backside bodyguarding the Enigma.
Yeah, Boxy with the charge, creating enough space so that Saberlight can cast that black hole. And Enigma, now with the Philosopher's Stone, we'll see that one again for sure.
He was patient as well, Saberlight. He jumps in, goes to half HP. He's like, where do I place this black hole for ultimate damage? And there's that Aegis pretty much wasted by the Falcons, getting undone by Liquid here with that swift move down to the bottom lane.
That's pretty big. Team Liquid just gained like 4,000 or 5,000 gold in the past 3-4 minutes, even though Falcons were supposed to be the one creating the tempo with the first Aegis, unable to do so. Also with this type of a build where you like are forced to build into Lincolns as your first item, you don't have any Deso charges.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not like, you know, game breaking or anything. It's just like, yeah, at this point of the game, 22 minutes in with Weaver, you would definitely love to have 8-10 charges of it.
I'm just thinking, I'm playing forward up here. Gives Kit a little bit of bonus farm. I mean, Liquid has created so many opportunities for themselves. Pushing out that bottom wave, swinging into mid. Getting this Luna to the top of the net worth alongside that Void Spirit now. Under Radiant Vision, though, they do catch a glimpse of Saberlight, but he's tucked in behind the trees and bing bong again.
Nicely played. Stampede used, like both Blink Daggers. On the other side, Nisha is getting the farm. Aghanim Scepter done, going into Manta style next. Nisha having a perfect game. And look at where Meke is. He's been struggling, you know, in the laning stage, but ooh, Foxy getting caught.
Yeah, he's been perched up, but in comes Nisha. Oh, they blow up Boxy, completely demolished. Skip to Shikuchi, time-lapse is back. Nisha Insania on the run now. They tried to play into that Spirit Breaker, baiting with Boxy almost. Falcons, not having any of it. Not getting toyed with. They're just turning it back and looking for Insania now. 2 support kills, transfer into a tier 2 tower.
Yeah. No black hole, which means that they have much fear opener to a fight. Getting some Deso stacks. Only 2, didn't get the right click in the end. Onto Insania. Maybe they could even get something else out of it. And you can see like the power of the Centaur when they group up, having Shadow Demon sitting behind, also having Demonic Cleanse. That's the one that he picked up.
They're going to catch. Crit, such long-range reach here. Stabilize in with another good black hole, though. 3 inside, but there's no follow-through. Nisha trying with another return. Back in onto Skitter. Weaver gets the time-lapse off in time and survives, and Boxy's charged in to die, and now the tips go the other way.
Oh, they needed Mickey in that fight. They needed someone to put in those right clicks. He was waiting. Like, I feel like Mickey was probably calling it. I want my BKB before the next fight. You can feel the lack of damage. Like, even Gyrocopter with few right clicks, 1 ulti could make the difference there. But huge win for Falcons.
I mean, that was like the perfect black hole, but not quite. Just a little bit more to tip them over the edge. Could have been gorgeous. And now it's Falcons again in the driving seat. Still dead even on kills. 4k net worth lead to the Falcons, but it's this never-ending pressure, this inevitability about them. And they take control of the map. They've been getting these big pickoffs. And so far, the cohesion of Liquid in this series hasn't been as crisp as it was earlier on against 9 Pandas. Falcon's going to stick around in position here as well. A couple of observer wards near this outpost around the dire triangle, so they can see Liquid's approach. Scan is there from the Dire, and they're moving forward. High ground for Liquid now. Trying to use this terrain to their advantage. Charging onto Malrine. Crit there to
Lincoln
help save him. Lincoln's there as well. Skitter skirting around the edges of the fight. Malrine rolling back in. Insania's going to be the focus first, though. Gyrocopter about to die. Quick and simple one there for the Falcons. Now Boxy falls, and Liquid, they're getting run over. Make it with a BKB. Maybe a turnaround play as he steps up and stands against Snaking, but he can't do it.
On the ground.
There's way too much. There's impetus shots flying. There's Deso shots landing, and Armor has found Saberlight. The Blink Stomp catches Enigma, and a triple kill for Skitter.
What a beautiful fight from Falcons. Lincoln Sphere onto Malrine to be able to protect him from the Spirit Breaker. No Nether Strike was available, and now you're gonna lose at least one side. No Black Hole. There's also no tower on the mid lane with Deso, plus Orb of Destruction. That's maybe even a tier 3 tower if they want to commit to it, because they don't rely on any cooldowns whatsoever. 30 seconds without Luna, it's a really long time.
If Luna was alive, they'd just disrupt her, make illusions, and kill the buildings faster. Boxy always tried to defend his base, but pays the ultimate price for it.
They're not done yet.
They're going tier 3, just like you said. Go right in there. No tier 2. Break this base open. Nisha's trying to cut waves in behind.
Backdoor protection's gonna kick in. Creeps
Bottom wave.
Oof, they needed someone to push it in.
Black hole in 2 seconds. They need to wait for Boxy to respawn, though, surely.
Peter, E1 Tormentor. It's easy, like, he's one of those few heroes that could solo kill it. Lone Druid, TA, Ursa, Jug. Dazzle.
Visage. Any 3-3, anything 3-3's playing. Just put those couriers around it. Well, Liquid, they charged out of their base here, looking for any stragglers. Tormentor's dead, and the Falcons, they've evacuated. They get out of the hot spot, and they are swinging up top. 40 seconds for Roche. 2.5 minutes until daytime, so pretty much guaranteed we're going to have a Roshan in that dire corner. Is that something Liquid have to contest?
I think the second one, you need to go for it. You need to try to set up some vision. BKB Black Hole, still 1,200 gold away from it with Philosopher's Stone. The problem is, like, Saberlight wasn't able to get as much gold, and you can see the Centaur. Okay, this is it. The memes. You missed the stomp. I was like, where are we going? For a second, I was like, where are we going with this?
Oh.
All right, whoever's in charge of this, give
EVS
him a raise.
operator. Yeah.
And speaking of, they're not going to contest. Roshan respawned immediately, and they're already spread across the map, waiting for Enigma to farm his BKB. Malrine knows that there's going to be BKB eventually. He's going for Basher as his next item, and this time, Skeeter will be the one holding the Aegis.
Skitter is monstrous right now. We were looking at a completely different game 5 minutes ago where Lina was top of the net worth, Luna was top of the net worth, Void Spirit just behind her. Now we've got triple core, green heroes all at the top for Falcons. I do have a bit of pruning to do. Got to come back and maintain these lanes. Everything pushed in by Liquid, really using the opportunity around that Roshan timing to get out on the map, delay things and slow the approach.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Is Weaver just going to tier 3 up there? Yeah, he's just chilling.
Yeah, someone needs to respond to this. They don't have, like, they need to jump him, proc Lincolns, then charge, jump him with Void Spirit, but kind of hard to execute all of that. Crit, he's ready to jump in, find someone. Saberlight, no way, he's getting out. Man, Malrine's gonna go ham. Again, he's gonna beat up Amar one more time.
We're stunned. We're stunned, Amar. Do any big items here change, Liquid's forecast, the chances for them? A Shadow Blade for Luna?
BKB Black Hole, it needs to be like one of those where he was casting near his own outpost, Tormentor, where he caught 3 people, but yeah, easier said than done.
A difficult prospect. Malrine, like you said, Basher coming. Potential to cancel the black hole, even if it is BKB'd up. Amar clearing out that mid wave. And the tide's turning back into the side of Liquid's base. Bottom pushing. Mid is being dealt with. Top, the only lane that's out there for Liquid. It feels like Nisha's just going to come back, TP, maybe smoke, maybe make a move. Something has to happen here for Liquid. You can't just sit pretty and wait on top of your high ground because Skitter is coming for your buildings. Multi-shotting out these Deso attacks as well.
DD, like 450, make it 500 damage now. Daedalus just arrived.
Nisha now making the move back to base. Does jump in. Half HP Weaver for Staff, and I'll jump away there as they turn back in onto the Spirit Breaker. Good catch from Amar, and they blow him up. Foxy dead with buyback available. Amar still thinking about breaching this high ground, going up the ramp with the damage. Weaver caught a glimpse of the Enigma there, so there was no chance to blink Black Hole.
They're splitting them up. Skeeter already onto the mid lane. Might even go top. This melee barracks, it's gone.
Yeah, well, a couple more swift hits in there, and now Malrine rolls onto Nisha. Low mana, low HP. Now the Void Spirit's dead. Buyback
Can't
available.
buyback, they need to use it.
Has to use it, and so does the Spirit Breaker, because they were about to dive tier 4s. Now, Shadow Demon on the front lines. Okay, Crit will gladly give his life here just to allow the rest of them to escape. Amar, he's gone a little too deep for his own liking, though, so a couple of kills for Liquid. Not able to defend their buildings, but at least holding on to their high ground and their base for now.
Really expensive buybacks from Team Liquid. Another one on Boxy, plus Nisha. If they manage to get another kill on Nisha, that's going to be massive. Boxy, like his scaling as a position 4, really down low. Like both supports, big difference between them. I mean, it's easy to say in a losing game, but yeah, he had to sacrifice his own farm for the sake of the game. If he doesn't buy back in some of these fights, maybe the game could have been over.
Yeah, it could just end.
Just end. I see you got that from saying it in pub games.
Go Throne?
In old chat, yeah. Let's see if Saberlight can land multi-man Black Hole.
Skitter just soloed a Tormentor. Wait for that swarm to tick up, and then come in with a couple of hits. Yeah, I don't know. It really is down to Saberlight. We need these Black Holes to land big time. And for Liquid to mount a comeback now. No longer an even game. No longer neck and neck.
One thing I wanted to mention is just like having Demonic Cleanse. against Void Spirit, where you're continuously like getting dispelled and healed.
Right.
So you can cast it on yourself, even if Void Spirit jumps you can still cast like defensive disruption.
Ah, that's super handy.
And now you have 2 of those with the Aghanim Scepter plus 2 demonic purges.
Oh.
1 on Luna, 1 on Spirit Breaker. You can save 2 guys later on when you're 25. Have 2 of everything. If it comes down to that, he's level 15, gonna need another like 30 minutes to reach 25. But
Buy a refresher orb, get a refresher shard, a
you can
Nocturne
save
Core.
2 guys with this demonic cleanse, 1 disruption potentially.
You get a save.
Boxy has a BKB now.
Smoke up from the Falcons. Let's see where they get to. Because Liquid very tight together on their high ground. Nobody being left out to the Wolves. Malorine going to clear out that mid wave, it looks like, being left. Do a bit of dirty work. Making sure he doesn't stick around for too long, not wanting to get charged. He's one of those guys without the Lincoln Sphere. Does have an Arcane Rune bottled, though. That's a pretty big deal.
Dire's courier has been
That was a dust. The Falcons are just positioning themselves, knowing that they've taken down these barracks mid and bottom lane. Naturally pushing in, but accelerating that and helping it out a little bit. And they've seen Boxy. And they've caught him. And he's dead for quite some time. 80 seconds with no Spirit Breaker. The amount of wave cutting they've been doing, just really pressuring this map back into Liquid side.
If you have like creeps inside the base for a second, Skitter, he will go in,
Dire's top
deal some
tower
damage
is
to tier 3 towers. Look at what Snaking is doing, sending some Warpine Raiders. Tower down.
Dire's top tower
Super
He's now
irritating.
procced.
The Spirit Breaker's dead.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Anisha making the jump. Skits are going to get healed up by Snaking here. Homing missile taken care of. And Amar, the one still holding that cheese. Very patient, though, from the Falcons. Not going wild up this high ground yet. Oh, Skitter, he's going to break the mold, though.
Jeez,
Get up there.
he got it
Yes.
off.
He got it off. He's still alive. Oh, the black hole. No, it's caught Malorine. Didn't quite catch everybody they wanted to, but Skitter still dies inside as
He's
Amar.
gonna buy back.
He's got to return
Come
to
back
fight.
into a
Double
fight.
kill for the Weaver.
that
All
might
the
be it,
efforts
Gary.
from Team Liquid. They attempted, they tried. It looked decent and nice, but crit with the saves. The ability here for Amar to jump back in. And Falcons outscaling, outmaneuvering, and now outdownaging Team Liquid in their base with a rampage. Oh, the Weaver just
Double
cleaning up
rampage.
house. Give him everything.
Triple rampage. I mean, just like they are relying so much on Black Hole to be able to win the fight, and then